Hello, I'm David Norwood, and today's forecast is 100% chance of playing the Lords of Xidit board game. That's because I'll be playing a fan-made solo variant where I cover the special solo rules and provide a full solo mode playthrough. After watching, you should have a great idea of the gameplay. So with that, I've got my competitors ready for battle. So let's get to the table. Lords of Xidit is a game designed for 3 to 5 players. So then, to make the lower player count from 1 to 2 or even 3 players more accessible, consider using the fan-made solo variant shown in this video. With that, a number of solo AI players, which are called bit players, can be added into a solo game experience, or otherwise they can be added into a 2 or 3 player game where players compete along with the bit players. Or alternatively, you can even play cooperatively as a team against the bit players using the fan-made variant rules. In addition, there are mission scenarios that can be played with the solo variant, and I'll provide links if you are interested. Let's go over bit player preparation and setup. Before you start playing solo, you need to download the solo variant rules and print cards, which are available on boardgamegeek.com. Here are the rules set. LOX, Lords of Xidit Solo Automa variant. We will be using the Automa solo rules, which requires printed card decks. Don't be intimidated about printing out cards. It's not that hard to do. Print the double-sided sheets that look like this. Okay, they're sheets where double-sided. Print them out and cut them into card decks, preferably using a heavier cardstock paper. Here's what they look like after cut. In my case, I've sleeved them to make it easier for shuffling. The travel deck set of cards has movements for big players. Okay, there are 20 cards and they have different movements. This says red is going to travel in the negative direction -2. That's numerically -2. So lesser numbered cities. And red's going to go, and the way it works is they only visit city tiles. They don't visit any cities that don't have a tile. Okay, now red is actually on number 1, and so you're actually going to go backwards. You're going to kind of wrap around in the negative direction, sort of, and so they're traveling numerically lower until they reach the first city with the tile. And there they get free action. The decision deck for bit player has 2 types. One of them are rewards, which will be example of rewards. Let me get one. And rewards will be used to defeat threats and offer the rewards. Again, these are for bit player only. Usually a bit player only needs 1 reward card to defeat a threat. However, threats that have, like this one that requires 3 units, then for bit players to defeat that, they need to draw 2 consecutive reward successes. So he draw 1 and then 2. If they're both rewards, then they gain the rewards of the second card. Mixed into the reward cards are skip cards. Skip cards are used to determine the game difficulty. Of the 20 skip cards, 17 are regular skip and 3 are skip discard titans. Discard titans are for removing the raging titans if they show up. The bid players don't earn the rewards, but they remove the raging titans from play for other people. To make the game harder, remove some of the regular skip cards. For easy mode, use between 16 to 20 total skip cards. For harder games, use less. I will remove 2 skip cards from the game. I will have a total of 18 skip cards, which will be in the easy range, which doesn't necessarily mean I'll win, though, of course. Now shuffle. Now mix these 2 types of decision cards together into the decision deck, and then shuffle. You want to select bid players for this solo game. I chose red, yellow, and blue. There's, basically choose your color. Place your human character onto a city first, any of your choosing. I'm black. I place mine on city 16. Then place bid players randomly onto threat tiles. So you can see here are the 3 bid players. I randomly put them on threat tiles. The rules for the bid players are place all into an empty region. So let's imagine he was here. Okay, so place all into an empty region. Well, in this case, that's not empty. There's already tokens there. So there are 2 regions that are empty. And so then there's the way to break the tie between the 2 empty regions. And in that case, it's the region that has the highest sum on this of these 2 numbers. So this sums to 5, this sums to 6. So between the 2 empty regions, he would have put it there if he was in this location. If none of them are empty, then you place all into an empty second place region. Otherwise, if he's near the bastion, then he can place 2 in the bastion if adjacent. The 4th one is place all into one region with the fewest total tokens. So there's a successive way to determine which region. There's going to be special rules for the census. In a regular player game, players are going to kind of, I hide them, players hide them, and then they show whoever has the most then earns that award. However, in the solo variant, it's a little different. Basically, if a human player doesn't have any units of that type, they lose. If a human player has 1 unit, then nobody wins the reward. If the human player has 2 or more, then the human player earns the reward. If the bid players earn the reward, give the reward to the bid player who has the fewest tokens of that category. If it's a tie, then you would give 1 of each to each of the tied bid players. Normally, players will take turns going one action, then another action. But for this automa variant, there's a simplified turn order. Human players are going to play up to half of their game, half of their programming, 3 actions. Then the bit players are going to take their whole turn, one at a time, and then the human players will finish off the remaining action. We're almost ready, but let's just cover a few more points. Bit players will earn rewards similar to human players and compete for victory the same as humans. Bit players won't be programming like human players on their programming board. They will use movement cards, these travel cards. They also won't collect units, these guys. They'll take them off the board, but they won't really need it. And there's just this reminder token that during the first round, bit players aren't going to be earning rewards. They can still take units. If you want to play a cooperative game against the bit players, the method for that is shown in the Solo variant rulebook. I'll go over the brief changes to how you play this. So if you have 2 human players, you play against 3 bit players. When human players collect resources, the units, they share them all in a collective location. And so there's a chance that your teammate may actually use some of the resources that you may plan to use. To prevent overanalysis, players don't discuss plans or strategy. This will help speed up the game. They may give general advice like, I'll go up and you go down, etc. However, toward the last round or 2, you can add more discussion freely if you choose to, or create your own rules on how you want to do that. During the military census scoring, the rules change for the human team. For each of the unit assessments, if a human player team has only 0 or 1 units, then the bit players win. If the human players have 2 units, no one wins. If the human team has 3 or more units of that type, then the team wins, and give the player of your choice those rewards. During endgame scoring, only 1 player is eliminated through each of the 3 assessments. If all bit players are eliminated at the end and all human players survive, then the team wins. If one of the human player teams does not survive, then the team loses. Here is the board layout for Lords of Xidit, partially set up for a 4-player solo game. I will be playing solo as the black character against 3 bit players, red, yellow, and blue. So my first move is to go to take a unit. Let's see. Put these here, hopefully, so I can see. Then go to black, and then to red, and then stop. Okay? So the bit players are laid out into some kind of ordering. I've laid out red first. I put a die on here as a player marker. You can use whatever. I like it because it's kind of chunky and easy to hold. So red's going to go first. So let's show how this works. Okay, so let me show an example. So this says red is going to travel in the negative direction, -2. That's numerically minus 2. So lesser numbered cities. And red's going to go, and the way it works is they only visit city tiles. They don't visit any cities that don't have a tile. Okay, now red is actually on number 1, and so you're actually going to go backwards. You're going to kind of wrap around in the negative direction, sort of, and so they're traveling numerically lower until they reach the first city with a tile. And there, they get free action. They don't program, so when they land on a city with a recruit unit, they just take it away. And again, they're not going to actually be using that, but it removes it from the tile. Okay, and that was 1 out of 2 of their moves. So they're going to continue with their second travel in the minus direction, and they arrive on city 13. And again, this is where this reminder, usually when they arrive onto a threat tile, they will draw a card to see if they defeat it. But with this first round, they don't do that. Okay, so next is going to be yellow. They're going to draw +2. So here's yellow. They go from 5 to 7, and again, they're not drawing cards. They're not defeating threats, and then they make their second move, and they will remove the weakest unit. Orange. I think there are farmers and mages and battle, I forget, but orange is what I can remember. Okay, so that completed yellow's turn. So I'm going to move this as a reminder. Blue's going to go next. Blue travels in the +3. So he's going to go to 13, and he's not going to attempt to fight it. He's going to go to city 16 and remove the weakest. And then he has 1 more to complete. Goes to 18, 19, wraps around from 21 to 1. And once again, they're not defeating threats on the first round. So we can actually remove this card, this reminder card, since all the bit players have now finished their turn. Now I continue, or black solo player continues, and which is me. So my programming is now black, and then take, and then red. So I go to black, I take, and then I go red. So red, that's the way we travel cities. I go the red path to the next city, which is city 9. And that completes round 1. Okay, so we're now on to round 2. So I need to program where I'm going. So interesting, these valuable white and purple are there. I really want to get over there to get one of those, so I think that's what I want to try to do. And with only 6 programmable actions, I can only move up to 6 squares. So red, take, black, red, black, take, if it's still there. Okay, red. You should always double check these, because with the programming, if you mess up, you're really kind of off to going to doing things you really don't want to do. Red, black. Okay. And one of the interesting things about this game is I want to get over here, but who knows if they're going to be there by the time I get there. And so let's find out. So here we go. I start first and I go to red, I take, and then I go to black. Okay. Now red's going to go. Forward 2. So, and here comes trouble. They're already taking one of them. That was their first action, first movement. And then the next one's going to wrap around to city 1. Okay, and that's going to end their turn. Well, that's going to end their travel. But now we need to resolve what they're going to do when they're at the threat city. Okay, so we draw a card, flip it over, and here you see they have, I'll show it to you. They have taken and replaced the threat. Taken and replaced the threat. They have defeated the threat. And sometimes as a little reminder, I kind of put these because there are things that have to be done. It's very important to replace these, and so I'm going to do that first. I'm replacing this, missing from 1, and then so you first replace at this location, and then you take the top one, and then you fill it in. So you can actually see what the order of the first 2 that are coming out, and you can sometimes plan for that. Okay, so I replace the city. Now red gets 2 bard and 1 tower. Okay, so 2 for red. Okay. And after you remove this, you put threat tiles into the deck for recruitment units, and you put city tiles on the deck for threats, and then you end up flipping it. There's a mechanic for how you do that. Okay, so here are the rewards. All right, and the way this works is when a player earns a tower, it always goes into the city that you earned it. For the bards are placed in regions that are adjacent to the city. So because city 1, there is no other place to put it, because that's the only region that is adjacent to it. Okay, and so bit player has now put 2 tokens here. Now this was simple for the bit player. He had no place to put it. Normally there will be a decision which region to put it in, and in order to answer that, there are you follow the rules in the Solo Automa variant, and I'll note in the back there is a quick reference for a lot of the things that are covered, and there is a hierarchical ordering for how you place. Sorry, it's over here. How you place the bar tokens for bit players, and I'll go over that when they actually have to do that. All right, so now it's yellow's turn. Move forward to, they're on 8, so here's 1, and then here's 2. And that's going to be, after we resolve this, so it's going to be end of yellow's turn. And, oh, so here's that case. They're trying to defeat this that requires 3 units. And so for the bid player to defeat it, they have to win 2 in a row. So the first is a reward. Okay, so they just need 1 more. If they win it, if they get it, okay, so they defeated it. If this would have been a skip, then that wouldn't have been 2 in a row, and they would not have defeated, but they did. And so yellow got that. We replace 3, slide this. Checking 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and so yellow gets 5 gold, 3 towers. Okay, and I put the gold on yellow. Again, you could hide it under, there's a variant where you can hide it under the screen, but I just put on top. 3 tower for yellow. On city 11. Okay. Blue. Blue moves -1. Okay, so they're going to wrap around, and just as I feared, they're wrapping 9, 21, 19, 18. Oh no, okay. I thought they were going to come to get that mage. But this still, I don't know which is worse. I mean, they might actually win this. So they got to draw 2 in a row again. They got 1 and 2. Okay, this might have been worse. So, okay, we're going to replace the 12. Okay. 4 barred for blue. $6 gold. Oh, that was, they did well. Okay. My goal is not to lose last place. Maybe I won't win, but hope not to lose. All right. So blue gets 4 bar token, and the rules for the bid players are place all into an empty region. So here, this is an empty region. Place all 4 into the empty region. Okay. The next priority would be place all, so let's imagine he was here. Okay, so place all into an empty region. Well, in this case, that's not empty. There's already tokens there. So there are 2 regions that are empty. And so then there's the way to break the tie between the 2 empty regions, and in that case, it's the region that has the highest sum on this of these 2 numbers. So this sums to 5, this sums to 6. So between the 2 empty regions, he would have put it there if he was in this location. None of them are empty, then you place all into an empty second place region. Otherwise, if he's near the bastion, then he can place 2 in the bastion if adjacent. The 4th one is place all into one region with the fewest total tokens. So there's a successive way to determine which region. All right, but blue is in here. This was empty, so he has to put all 4 of them into this region. All right, so that, he only had 1 move, and so blue's done. Okay. All right, so they spared me to get that valuable purple, although blue did quite well without it. So I continue my programming. Oh, and so these little arrow things are used just to help remember where you're at. So I go to red, and then black, and then take. So I'm here, I go to red, I black, and then I take the purple. Okay, now this recruitment disk is empty, so a new one's going to come out. Slide this one over. I have to replace the units. This old disk goes over into this stack. However, that's empty, so we flip it over. All right, now let's replace. Oh, and as a solo player, I don't usually stack these. It's you know, if you're playing this in a multiplayer game, then someone else can help you out. But I just kind of lay them down. They're resting, ready to go. They're saving their strength. It's a little quicker and easier. That ends my turn. So we are now into round 3. Okay. So let me program my moves. Got to think what I'm doing. I don't have gray or white, so I can't even get to those. I could come over here, but there is a chance of getting that purple. And also looking in advance, 18 will be coming out, 9 will be coming out. I think I will take a chance and try to go over here for that. Oh, so I got a program. I think I'll do that. Black, red, black, take. I will move to red and blue. Okay, normally I kind of think a little, but I'll try to speed up. I'm a slow thinker, but I may not win, but as long as I don't lose, that's the goal. Black, red, black, take, red, blue. All right, so here we go. Round 3, black, red, black. And let's see what happens if anyone takes. Red starts. Okay, red goes +2. 1. Okay, they freely take that off. And then 2. Okay, let's see if they defeat this threat. And that's gonna. Okay, skip. They did not defeat it. Okay. Now it's yellow's turn. -1. Oops. And you can put these cards anywhere. I find it easier to place there. Yellow -1. Oh, that's getting nervous. Okay, they take the gray, which is good as long as blue doesn't take the purple. That ended yellow's turn. Okay. Okay, blue, what you gonna do? 3. Okay, good, I think. Well, at least away from me. They're going around, wrap around. They end up here. They've got 2 more moves, and they come here. I'm going to use this to remind myself they have one more. They have one more movement after I resolve this. All right, and skip. They didn't get it. Then they continue their move to city 4, and that completes their turn. Oh, and they take off the weakest. And there are arrows on these discs that say what's weaker. And here's on the back of the screens, you can see the priority: orange, green, gray, white, purple. And so these are more valuable and these are less valuable. But sometimes it doesn't matter because you need to match. Sometimes you need to match only specific units. And okay. All right, my turn. I finished my turn, and I was spared. That purple's there, still there, so I'm going to take that. I've done very well with purple. Sometimes that's really hard to get. I don't have white though, but okay. Place this here. New city comes out. This slides over. Let me just finish my programming. I did red and then blue, and then I'm done, but I need to replace the units over there. So now let's explain the military census. In a regular player game, players are going to kind of, I hide them, players hide them, and then they show whoever has the most then earns that award. However, in the solo variant, it's a little different. Basically, if a human player doesn't have any units of that type, they lose. If a human player has 1 unit, then nobody wins the reward. If the human player has 2 or more, then the human player earns the reward. All right, so for orange, I've got 2. I get the reward, which is 1 gold. Okay. So you can see it. I guess I'll put it here. I now have 1 gold, and now the next that you resolve is green. I've got 1. That means nobody gets the reward. Gray, I don't have gray, so the bid players get the reward. So to decide which bit of the bid players that earn the Bard award, you look at the bid tokens. You don't on the board map. You don't count the ones in the bastion. And it's a simple count the number of tokens per player. Don't sum up any of the points, just quantity of tokens. And so red has 2 shown, white has 0, and blue has 4. So yellow has the fewest. Give the award to yellow. If it's a tie, then you would give 1 of each to each of the tied bid players. All right. Now, for gold, you put them into your behind your screen or your supply. For bards, you have to place them at the location where your character is at, in a region at the location adjacent to the region where your player is at. So yellow was getting it. Yellow was here. All right, now let's follow the rules, the hierarchical rules for placement. The first priority is place all of them into an empty region. So that's not empty. There's already tokens. This is empty, and these are the only two adjacent regions at City 10. So that's how the gold is, the bar tokens are going there. Now the next is white. I don't have white, so again, the bid players earn the award. And for white, you get 2 bar tokens. Okay. Once again, bid players are going to get the award. Who has the fewest? Well, once again, blue has 4, red has 2, yellow gets it again. All right, so now 2 more goes to yellow. Okay. Again, you look at this priority list, and the first choice is kind of repeating it a little bit, but excuse me. Place all into an empty region. Well, of the 2 adjacent, there's none empty. Okay. Place all into an empty second place region, only counting your rival players. So here there's no second place, and here there's no second place, but this is your own guy. So you put it into a second place where a rival is. So you place all of them go, the simplified rule, all of them go into a location for second place that's empty, okay? And that's how you resolve it in that case. All right, next is purple. So I have 2 purple. That means I get the award. And that means I get a black tower. Now, the official rules are when you get towers from the census, if you don't have a tower on the board, you put it in your supply. Later, when you have a tower, then you put it on top of an available tower. And if I had earned this census, if I had a tower already out and then I earned the census, then I could put it on the board on the tower. And for human players, if you don't place this at the end of the game, it doesn't count for victory points. However, as a side note, Bard players, if they have towers that never got placed, they still are going to count those. Okay. So we now have finished one of the military census. There's going to be 2 more, and after round 9, there's going to be 1 more census, and then the game is over. Round 4, what am I going to do? I'm over here. Maybe it's time to start earning stuff like this. Yeah. I've got 2 purple now, so I should be on the lookout for purple. But see, interesting, even though purple is more valuable, there are no places that need purple currently. And interesting, the 2 that are on display, those aren't purple either. Okay, so I think I will start by taking where I'm at, go to black, I'll get there in time. Take black, take, then go to blue, then take, and then I'll just mosey down to red. Where's 14 will come out? 6 will come out. That's good enough. Double check, so take, black, take, blue, take. Yeah, all right, and here we go. So, take a unit. I think I'm doing okay with units, I guess. Black. And then take. I spent my one and only green. Okay, so, okay, now I'm earning the threat, not a bit player. So I'm at this city tile. I've programmed an action. I must take this if I have the supply. I do. So here's a blue, here's a green. That gets spent. Now I choose which of the two reward types that I want. Now, interesting to factor in, again, gold is going to be the first elimination. So if you don't have enough gold, you may be out on the very first elimination. And then again, tower, and then bard. So I don't know. But I think I want towers because I have a tower, and sometimes you cannot place towers if other people have already put a tower in the city. So I'm going to take 2 towers, and I've got 1 already in my supply, so that's going to be 3 on city 7. Now I'm going to take the 2 gold. And maybe, yeah, okay. All right. So now I've got, now I'm going to change. Sorry, put the 2 gold. I'll take the 1 bard, and I'll place it over here. Maybe that 1 bard gets me tied for first, and maybe I'll get a second. Who knows? Okay, I did half my turn. The bit players are going to get moving. -2 for red. So 1, and then wrap around. 19, 18. Oops. Yeah. Yellow. +3. All right. 1. All right, and they've got 2 more. Let's see what they're gonna do. Skip. Very good. Tough luck. Then 2 more movements. 2. And there's going to be 1 more after that. Yeah. Okay, they get a reward, but I think I forgot to replace the white. I kind of forgot. I think I said, I'm assuming, I said they're going to get that reward. So, okay, so they got 1 more move after this. They're going to get that reward. I replaced, okay, let me make sure. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4 white. So another one's going to come out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh. Okay, so this slides, this flips, then 16 comes out, slides, and let's give the reward. Oop, don't want to do that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So on city 13, yellow got an award. They're going to get 5 gold for yellow. Oh, they're rich. 4 bard. Okay, and where are you, yellow? You're at 13. Okay? So place it on an empty region, and then both the regions are empty. Then you check the points. There's the values are 4 and 4. Everything's equal. Basically, just roll a die, randomly place all of them into one. That's how you determine that. So I'll just roll 3. Oh, I didn't determine. So 3 or less goes here, and then 4, 5, 6 go there. Okay. All right, good. So all of them go into this region. That's how you decide for the bit player yellow. And they've got one more move. 3, 4, 5. Okay, in the positive. And they end up here on 15. And that completes yellow's turn. Okay, blue. -1. Oh, I'm not too happy with that. I kind of wanted to go there. Let's see. And they're done. Skip. Oh, okay, they didn't get it. I complete my turn now. Blue. Take. Red. Kind of wanted to stay there, I guess. It's all right. Round 5. I think I definitely want to get that, but I don't have green. I can't take that. Wow, why did I even go there? I guess I was trying to get over here. Well, I can't pass that up. That's going to be an obvious first thing to do. So I think it's obvious. I've got, wow. So I've got some stuff, but not the right combination. Okay, red, take. 14 will be coming out next. That's way over here. Wow, I guess I could try to wander over there. 13, 14, 15, but I'll be kind of stuck kind of far away from things. So I'm going to come back down. I go red, take, and then I'm hoping there'll be a lot of good stuff over here. So red, take, red, blue, take, and okay, now I'll demonstrate. One of the actions is essentially do nothing. That's the little yellow X. So I'll come here and just stay on this, waiting for the next round. Okay, hoping there'll still be units there. Okay, so I start. I go, black goes red, then takes. Now I have a white, which is actually kind of more useful right now. And before I put that down, see how there's only one tile here? If that were to get put on the board and there's none to replace, that's when these Eurasian Titans come out. And basically you flip one on each of the top ones over. Let me continue explaining that. I want to make sure I'm not forgetting what I'm doing here. I put this here, and then I flip it over, and then I think I need to replace 1, 2, 3, 4. Sorry, I got right. So And then this is empty, so you flip these over. So the Raging Titans, one of each would get flipped over, and the way that works is Raging Titans don't have city numbers. So you can try to defeat a Raging Titan from any city that does not have a tile on it. So if I'm on City 6, for example, and I program the action, then I can try to defeat the Raging Titan. I can't be on a city with a tile on it. All right, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and I finish half of my turn going back to red. And here we go, player red, +3. So he comes around and he's way over in my territory. Well, it's a party. All right, so he's got 2 more moves after this. Gonna mess up my, no, I don't know, we'll see. Skip, okay, so this is a skip, and the skip discard Titan. So if a Titan was flipped over and revealed, or okay, then you would remove the least valuable from the game. Okay, and so they don't take the rewards from it, but it will be no longer available. But because the Titans aren't out, nothing happens without. The skip means they don't get the threat. They don't defeat it. 2 more moves. Positive for red. Comes here. Gets the orange. 1 more move. Goes to 5. Then skip again. Okay, yellow. Okay, +2. Okay, that's 1 move, 1 to go. Oh, okay, jackpot. All right, so they're going to get that. We have to remember to replace 10. All right, and that was their last move, I think. 6 gold for yellow. 4 towers. So yellow's doing pretty good. Again, hopefully I won't be last, but they've got money, they've got towers. Oh, wait, yeah, and they can place a tower there. Blue. Where are you, blue? Over here. 2. Forward. 1. And 2. All right. And that skip. That ends the bit players. Then I continue. I go to blue. I take. And then I pause. So I was ready to go. Ready to take that white. Doing really good with resources, but I got to start earning rewards soon. Okay, round 6. And usually that's a good thing. I mean, I'm actually feeling pretty confident because I've got rewards. Although, actually confident, but I don't know if I'm going to be yellow though. I mean, maybe I won't get last, but we'll see. Still don't have green. Wow, that's a... Well, it's obvious the first move. Take that white. However, wow, I can't get green. I don't have green. What's coming out? 6 is coming out and 2. I can get this. That's oh, again green. Man, I'm hosed with green. 1, 2, 3, 4 out of the 5 threats have green on them. Oh well. Wow. So that means I'm hoping for that on 2. I can't be sure when it will come out. I guess I get resources. Wow, I'm going to be trying to catch up at the very end. Okay. All right, so I take 6. Well, I can be sure 6 is coming out. Six starts with orange. Wow, okay. I will accumulate resource. I really need to get on the business on defeating threats, but I could work on that, but I'm going to come over here and just keep collecting for the short time. Okay, so take black, blue, take red, take. Okay, let me double check that. Take black, blue, take red. Yeah, wow. So in this particular game, I am just getting resources. And not completely by choice. I think I would be happy taking some of these, but I don't have green. Wow. Okay. Here we go. And after this, there's a census. So in a way, it's not so bad spending resources because I'll do well on the census, I guess. So get that white. I'm saving up. Man, chalking up for... This goes here, but then it gets flipped. Six comes out. Did I do something wrong? Yeah, that's right. Replenish. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 white and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so. Okay. Continue. I go to black. I go to blue. I take another one of these weekly yellow, orange farmer guy types. Go to, no, sorry. I have to wait my turn. Yeah, just 3, okay. All right, now the bit players go. Red. Three. What number are you on? 5. So 1. Take the orange. 2. Take the green. 3. Ends its turn after we check. Skip. Okay. Yellow. -2. Okay. So I can see they're just going to take resources. 1, 2. Now blue. -3. Okay, they're coming this way. So there's going to be 2 more. Check. Skip. Okay, and continue on. 2 more. They wrap around. So where's 19, 18 takes this green. And now 1 more. They go down here. And take the green. Completes bit player's turn. I finish up mine. I do a take. Orange. I go to red. I get a gray. Man, I've got an army of dudes, but I gotta deploy them. It's looking like Raging Titans aren't going to come out this game, but they don't always come out. So let's do the military census. Who's got the most orange? Well, not in this case. Do I have more than one? I've got more than one. So I get the reward. I get a gold. Green. I have no green, so 2 gold is going to go to who? Well, red has 0. So they get now 2 gold. Gray. I've got more than one. So I get the reward. Bard. Black. Where am I at? Oh, okay. So here's an interesting. I can put the bard here, but I'm definitely going to put one. I want at least 1 bard in this bastion. Okay, hidden away. All right. Because I'm here in this city, and these 2 cities are adjacent to the city, and I have a choice between any of those 2. And again, I've told you these regions are covered up per game rules for short game, so you cannot put them into those regions. White, I've got 2, so I'm gonna get 2 more. I'm gonna get 2. Yeah, 2 bard tokens. Now, I'm pretty sure I want at least 1 more in the bastion. And I think maybe I'll split 1 over here. Okay. Next, purple. Well, again, I haven't got 1 mini threats. I've just accumulated stuff. So I've got 2 purple. I'm going to earn the tower token. I have a tower already out, so instead of putting it in my supply, I'm going to place it. That's a level 4 tower. I cannot place any more tower on top of that. Likewise, yellow cannot put any more tower on that. They have 4 there and 3 there. All right, round 7. We're getting close to the end. Lots of unit, but right now I'm in dead last. I think even red's got 2. I only got 2 gold. Man, I don't want to get eliminated first. So, still don't have green. And again, man, am I hoarding purple? Oy, it's purple. It's great, but I need more than this. Pretty amazing. I'm so lucky with purple, but in the near future, nothing is using purple. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. Well, I do have white. I have no green. That's a weird combination. Again, here's 2 white. Here's a white and green, white and green. Man, no green over here. All right, so I guess I've got so many orange that I'm gonna bypass that. I'll move upwards to blue, to black. Gotta find something I can get. I'm wasting time. All right, this could be dangerous. So again, I'll go up there, blue, black, take, and then black, take. So I'm coming up here trying to take that. It may not be there, but I can't be hanging around over here anyway. So I got to wait till something comes up. This is really very interesting. All right, here we go. Take. This goes away. One comes out. Okay, replace these guys. Continue my turn. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Blue. Black goes to blue, then goes to black. What happened? So I messed up my programming. Now here's an example. Really messed up. I meant to go to blue and then to take. So instead, I'm going to be coming back to black the wrong direction. I'm going to, critical mistake. Okay. Okay. Tough luck, guy. Bit players, red, what you going to do? -3. Okay, that's 1 move. 8, then 6, and then 1 more. I mean, then he's done, but he's got to resolve the threat. Skip. Okay. Yellow. Okay. Okay, after this we're going to shuffle. So yellow goes 3. Pause. Forward. 3. That's over to here. That's 1 move, and then 2, and then the last over here. And that's going to end their turn. Wow, skip. Okay. don't know if I shuffled good well, but that's okay. All right. Blue's going to go, and when the deck is used up, then you just shuffle again. Blue's going to go 2, 1, and rounds over, wraps around to 2. That ends blue. My turn. Now, my programming is action. So right now there is no city tile there, so it's a waste. However, if the Raging Titans were out, I could have won the threat on this tile because I had programmed the action. Actually, and if the Raging Titans were out, I think I would have done that because I have a lot of units. I haven't been able to play them, but instead, I've made a major critical mistake. I did that, and I said black and then take, and so I wasted half my turn there. That can happen definitely if you don't check your programming. So 2 more rounds. The situation is not much better. I moved 1 spot, collected something though, I think, or so. Right, what's coming out 2? Still didn't 2, not much came out. Similar situation. I'm really, wow. This is a weird situation. Normally, man, I lick my chops for that purple, but that ain't gonna cut it. Or is it? I'm still struggling to get anything on the board. I don't know what I'm going to do. Very strange situation. I'm going to try to come over here and take that and see if it's still there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I need green, maybe, but chance of that being there by the time I get there. Wow. Okay. Crazy. Yeah, all right. So I'm going to check again because it's important. Black, blue, take, black, take, and then I'm going to move to blue. 2 and 4. Wow, this is really, really difficult situation. All right, black, then the blue. Pretty weird to take this. Pretty weird to take that. $11. I have never seen a game quite where I've got so many units but can't find a good place to spend them. All right, bit player red, -1. Okay, I almost want you to win this, so I have more choices. Here we go. And they did win it. Am I going to regret my words? I don't know. All right, so they're going to get 6 gold. Wow. Am I going to get eliminated on the first round? 4 barred. All right. Bard is, red is here. This is the only location they can play Bard. Only adjacent region. I gotta get goal. My goal is not to be eliminated. 3 for yellow. Did I replenish? 1, 2, 3. Yeah, no, they didn't. So 2 comes out. So let's see in the distant future. Wow, green. Ah, I don't have green. Yellow, 3. So here's 1. They're going to have 2 more. I'm going to get crushed on easy mode. Oh, but some change up, maybe. Finally a purple, but the game's probably going to be over before that shows up. It said 2 more moves, and yellow is going to get 4 bards. And 5 gold. One, two, three, 4, 5. All right, yellow earns this from City 5. All right, so these 2 have at least something in it. Second place is empty here. Second place is empty, but that's not a rival, that's their own scoring. So they're going to put all 4 into a second to a location for second place. Two more for yellow. Positive direction, so they go here. Wow, they took that green that I'm so desperate for. And they're going to finish up and take the white. That ends yellow's turn. We need to replace. $17. Wow. Definitely nervous. Well, I'm only going to have 1 round left after I finish this. Maybe I just accumulated too much resource early in the game. All right, so let's see. Everything set up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I guess blue has not gone yet. Yeah, okay, so blue, here we go, -3. Wrap around here, taking these valuable green. Hey, it's 1, got 2 more moves, 2, and last move, 3. Okay. All right. At this point, I'm not sure if I'm glad or not. There has to be some changing. Oh yeah, because I can't play the stuff unless I get the right things coming out. So the blue's last turn earned 2 bard, 1 tower for blue. And at least this was something that had fewer resources. Well, let me see, can they play tower? So tower goes on to City 12, part, okay? So both players, so the decision for the bit player is first place is taken, second place is currently empty. So they're going to put all of their tokens into one of the second place regions. And you choose that based on the sum of these. So that's 3 and 1 is 4 and 4. So again, it's a tiebreaker. Okay, so then it comes to another check, and that is you count the number of tokens. So here's 1 token, here are 4 tokens. So you put it in the region with the fewest tokens, which is where I am. Oh, buddy, you just knocked me down into second. Oh, I'm not happy. Finish my turn. I go to black. And I guess it still was there. So here's my chance to spin. All right, I have a white and a gray. I spin that. I got to remember to replace. Now, what am I going to do? This is essentially, I've got one more round after this. Oh, well, I said my goal is not to be last, so I'm taking gold. There are 5 golds on here. And that still may not get me out of last place. First elimination. And at this region, I could get 4 bard tokens or 1 tower. I'm thinking red and blue both only have 1 tower. I might be in safe position for that. So let's go for the bards. See, I'm already in 3. With 3, oh, I get 4 bards. Sure, let's do that. So 4 bards. Now where do I want to put these? I'm here. I can put them in any of these 2. I'm already in first, but I'm tied. Of course, I could get dropped down to second, but it's only a difference of 1. I could put 3, or I could put 2. I guarantees 2. 3 bumps yellow down. 4 ties me. I mean, how's blue doing? I think in the end I might be competing. Oh, I don't know. Let's be competitive. I'm going to attempt to bump yellow down to 0. Here I could bump them down to 2s. Okay. Next, where are we at? Finish my turn. I go to blue. Last round. So it's the start of the last round, but on my last turn, I defeated the threat on city 9, and I forgot to replace the tile. So I'm going to replace 15. And so now we have 5 threat tiles and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 recruitment tiles out there. So I'm going to start my turn. So I'm going to plan to go to city 2. My plan is to go black, blue, take, and then go blue, black, take, because I'm planning for 8 to come out. And, oh, but I don't have green, so no point going back for that. Wow. So I have no other information. Maybe the Raging Titans will come out. I think instead, after here, what's in region? Man, green is killing me. I will go red, green, take, hoping to get this. Yeah. Curious if the Titans will come out. Yeah. Well, that's guaranteed. When I come here, Titans will be out. Yes, that's interesting. Oh, I'd like the Titans. Wow. That's okay. So so it's interesting. I come here. Question is, I don't even know if I want to be here. I think I would do better fighting Titans. If this tile is here, I cannot fight the Titan at the same location. Wow. Take a chance. I think I will. I'm going to bank on the Titans. I mean, I know they will come out because I'm going to make them come out on my turn. And then I'm going to go where to fight the Titans. I wanted to come here, but let's see, is that a good place for Bard? Blue. Take. Red. I think this is, yeah. I've already got towers here, but 1, 2. I can't get anywhere else. All right, here we go. Definitely checking. Black, blue, take, blue, take, red. There we go. So last round, I go black, then I go blue, then I take, I spin orange and white to get this. Then, this is important. So I'm going to put this here. This tile comes out. And guess what? We're going to see Titans on the very last round. Because this is empty. This whole queue of this is empty and they need to be replaced. So first I need to remember, definitely remember, I've already paid and I'm going to get my rewards. But so Titans are going to come out. That means we flip these. I'm going to put this here first for a second. You see, I forget if that gets included. No, let me just take care of this. I'm going to go with 4 towers. And 4 gold, because I'm desperately trying not to be last. Don't want to get eliminated first. So, never really sure if this gets, if that gets put on first. But so what happens is, there's 1 disc here. You flip these over. Okay, you put this underneath. You put the big stack underneath, like that. Okay, and then you take 2 and keep them here. So the rest that are underneath, you are going to, I think you shuffle, and then you put these as threats. You replenish the threat deck. Okay, so that's the process of Raging Titan. I didn't think they would be out. Okay. They're now out, and people can try to defeat those from city tiles on the board that don't have tiles on them. All right, and that may happen on my end of my turn. All right, so last round for red. -3. One. 2, and when he's got one more, and will he defeat? Skip, and so he does not defeat this threat, but it's also a discard Titan if out, and so one of these Titans is already going away, and the weakest one is out of the game. Okay, one more for red, and then he comes over, finishes his turn. Now yellow, where are you? Okay, here we go. -1. Over here. He's done. Blue. 3. 1. 2. And he's got one more after this. And he does win that. So he's got one more action. Let me check. There's 1, 2, 3. So a new threat's going to come out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3. Okay. Okay, he's got one more action, but let's resolve this. Blue's got 4 gold. Three tower. Where are you? Yeah, he can build it. It's legal. Nobody's there. One more move. Positive, and blue ends the game here. All right. I finish my turn. I go blue. And I go blue. I spend my action turn. I'm at a city where there is no tile, and I can fight the Raging Titan. They're out. Now, the weaker one is gone, but if I spend either 4 units or 5 units, I can defeat the Raging Titans. Now, with the Raging Titans, even though I program the action, I don't have to, even if I have the resources. That's optional. It's not optional for a regular threats. If you have the resources and you have the action, then you do have to defeat it. So let me see what's available. Now, I have towers here in this city, so I cannot build towers. And I knew that, but I didn't have I couldn't get very far from where I was at. So I look at these. I don't even want to look at towers. One gives 2 gold, 3 barred. One gives 4 gold, 3 barred. But I'd have to spend, interesting, by spending, I'm going to give somebody, by spending some of these, I'm going to actually give the weakest player. Oh, there's no, I don't need 4 purple at this point in the game. I'm going to definitely spend 2 of those. And I will spend, let's see, 1. Let's do that. At second thought, I will, okay, so I'm spending 5, including 2 valuable purple, but at this point, who cares, I guess. I'm spending 5, getting the bigger Raging Titan. I'm going to take 4 gold instead of the 3 for the, okay, so 4 gold, 3 barred, this Raging Titan is out of the game. And now where do I place my bard tokens? I'm not next to the bastion, so I can't reach that. I've got 1, 2, 3. It's pointless to put 3 here because I couldn't even get second. Yeah, so I'm already in first, but I can bump yellow down in case I'm, well, I can bump red over. Who am I? I think yellow. Yeah, I think I'm more worried about yellow. So I will split them. I'll split 2 in here and then 1 in there. All right. And then I move to red. And that completes my last action. All right. Now we do the last census. Okay. Orange, I have 1, so nobody wins. Green, I have 0, so 2 gold to the player with the least amount of gold. So that is going to be, so red has 7, 8, blue has more. So red is going to get 2 gold. Gray, I have 1, so that means nobody gets it. White, I have 0, that means 2 barred to the bit player with the fewest tokens out. Red has 6 total tokens on the board. Yellow has more, I see at least 8. Blue has 6. So 6 and 6, it's tie. So that means you split 1 for each, blue and red. All right, so I guess in turn order, I guess red goes first. Let's decide for red. Red is here. Place all into an empty second place, but the second place is all occupied. There's other there, okay? There's nothing empty, there's nothing in second, so then place 2 or 1 into the bastion if he's adjacent. So that's the rules for that. Blue gets resolved next. Blue, because the bastion is here, that would come, he gets to put 1 in the bastion. Okay. Okay. It's not empty. Second place not empty. If it's near a bastion, you put it in a bastion. Otherwise, then you would put it on the region with the fewest count. Okay. Next is the last. That's tower. And I have 2. I actually earn a tower. However, I got no place to put it because they're both height of 4. And so this is not going to count on my score. Which is interesting. I guess it would have been better for me to have spent this for that Raging Titan because it didn't mean no good. All right, now we go on. That is the game, except now we got a score. Now the official way they do this is they do some things here to find the elimination, and we're going to do the same thing, but I like to write it on paper. So there's this spreadsheet. It's actually on Board Game Geek, but basically I'm going to tally up the points and determine the winner on paper. Okay, and so I'm black. There's no green. The first assessment is gold, then tower, then bard. Okay, and just in case there are ties, the tiebreaker is based on the number of units. Okay, so I have 4 units, and I'm just going to write that down. For black is 4. And the way you determine units for bit players is you're going to draw a decision card and for each bit player. Okay, and you take the lowest value. So red has 4 units. Yellow has 4. Bard has 1. If it's a skip, then that's 0. So I'm going to just note down the number of units. Okay. So red has 4, yellow 4, blue 1. That's for tiebreaker purposes. And the solo variant has an alternate way of doing that instead of cards, but we're going to go with the simple way. All right, so let's count gold. Red has 7, 9, 10. Yellow has 21. Blue has 10 gold. I have 8, 10, 15. All right, so you can kind of see the sheet, and who is eliminated first by gold. Player with the fewest amount is a tie. Red and blue. And so who wins the tiebreaker? Well, the player with the most units. So blue has been eliminated. Okay. Now we go on to the next assessment, which is towers. All right. I'm going to write down, even though blue's eliminated, I'm going to write them down anyway. But so blue has 4 towers. Red has 1 tower. Yellow has 7 towers. And I have 8. So, of the players that are remaining, who has the fewest? So, red is remaining. They only have 1. And I've got 7. Black has, I'm black. Yellow has, red has 1. Red is eliminated. They have 1. Okay. So red is out of the game. Now we go to the bards. And between black and yellow, let's see who is the player to be eliminated, and then determines who is the player who's going to be the winner. Okay. Now, even though blue and red are eliminated, their tokens still fill the space for in terms of scoring. So I'm using this sheet again, and for every region, I'm gonna tally up subtotals. So I'm starting with this. This region is a tie, so both red and yellow are going to earn 4. Okay, I'm going to go around. Next region, black and red are ties, so they both are going to earn 3. Next region, I've got 2 versus yellow 1. I get 3, black gets 3, yellow 2 in that region. Next region, tie for first, black and blue, yellow gets 0. So black gets 3, blue 3. Next region, blue wins with 3, black gets 1. Last region, yellow, only yellow. Yellow gets 3. Then we score the bastion. Okay. Da da da. Black wins the bastion. Black gets 6. Tie for second. Red gets 4. Blue gets 4. Then you total that all together. And here is the results. Hope you can read that. So here are the different different regions. Here's the sum. All right. Only yellow and black are in the running. Black has 16, beats yellow. And so therefore, yellow is eliminated and black is the winner. How about that? So pretty scary, but I guess I did end up winning. Very unusual ending. Time to relax. And there you have it. Lords of Xidit has an exciting blend of strategy and luck. There is a neat programming and scoring system where players try not to be eliminated. For variety, try it as a cooperative team game with 2 or 3 players where everyone has to beat the bit players. Plus, for the hardcore gamer, the solo mode has a fan-made scenario campaign available, which offers a 10-game mission challenge. And lastly, remember to check and replace city tiles when needed, and for a harder game, use fewer skip cards. So thanks for watching. Let me know if you give this a try. Likes and comments are appreciated. Bye-bye.